Hi Sagittarius, this is Lee at Fresh Astrology. We're looking at June 2018. If you want a reading with me, that's an astrological reading or a life coaching session, you can find me at www.freshastrology.com. In this month, we have a lot of Gemini and Cancer energy showing up. And this is always a time of year when you have more energy in these areas. For you, that means partnership, love, maybe friendship, business partners, and it's a good time for money to begin to flow to you as well, and to get a little extra gift around money. So it just tends to be typically in a given year a good time for you in those areas. If you want to, I should say, if you want to take part in our money program, which I've been talking about, you go to www.tribetripsandretreats.com. And I should say that the money program is not for people who are like in a place of crisis right now, or trauma, or deep grief. It's not the kind of program you would go into if you actually need therapy or a lot of healing yet to do. So I do work with people like that separately, but the money program is really for people who can follow through, who can roll up their sleeves, who can do the work, and use the material in there. So you have to be in a good place mentally and emotionally. Not perfect, but let's say you're 70% of the way there, and you feel like you're getting really close to achieving your dreams and your goals, but you still feel like there's some blockages and you'd like some support. That is who the money program is for, if that describes you. Also, we're designing some retreats for astrology specifically. There will be coaching components, but let us know in the comments section where you would like to travel to. So don't tell me about your hometown. Tell me where you're willing to travel for a weekend retreat or seminar. Like where you're willing to drive or fly to get to it. That's what we want to know. So let us know in the comments. So moving on, other than the usual energy that comes into your partnership zone and your money zone, you also have this new presence of Uranus in your 6th house. So a lot of you are really changing something about how you approach health. So this could be a new career in health. This could be new health practices that you really find are necessary, trying something new. So this is perfect timing to be willing to try something new to get yourself in a better mental, emotional place. A lot of you will be deciding that you're okay with maybe trying a new medication or a new therapy of some sort. It could be for anything. It doesn't have to be for mental health. It could be some other physical thing you cope with, and you're willing to try some new things. But also, a lot of you are also considering becoming a type of healer yourself, and there may be a new start over May, June, and through the summer where you really take off, so to speak, into an idea for what you can do as a career. So for those of you who are really energized around that, the money programs would be really good for you. But I'm curious, like, are a lot of you thinking differently about how you can heal others? It doesn't even have to be through medicine. It could be some other modality, or just, even if you're in the world of banking, even a banker, and I always pick on bankers, but even a bank, like somebody who owns a bank or runs a bank, who has a prominent position in a bank, can design the banking system to be more healing toward the customers, right? That's an opportunity someone has. We don't always think of it that way. Even a stockbroker, like, so I'm picking professions where I think it's the least likely that they'd be thinking about healing people. So let's take a stockbroker, for example. And I know people who are stockbrokers who work in this field. It's not like I think they're all evil, but I don't think they're always thinking about how can they heal the world or others. But this is a time when, if say you're a Sagittarius stockbroker, where you might think, it might just suddenly occur to you, I think I can solve all the world's problems if I do it this way, or I see a pathway through my own profession where I think I could actually fix things. That is an opportunity that exists for the Sagittarius stockbroker or any profession. You could suddenly see your profession in a new way. So even though it's not typically thought of as something that would save the world, stockbroking, or helping others, stockbroking, usually there's stockbrokers have this, there's this perhaps unfair way of looking at them where they're just out to make their own money and make themselves rich. But a Sagittarius stockbroker in this day and age right now might suddenly get this aha moment, like, I think I can save the world. I think I can heal people. I can heal the monetary system. You might get some brilliant ideas. But that's, of course, not just for stockbrokers, Sagittarius people. This is for anybody who's a Sagittarius. You might suddenly get this whole new pathway opening up in your mind where you see something else you can start, and it's just a whole new way of doing things. That is the bigness of the energy entering your sixth house, but it does point toward your own health and your own health practices to care for yourself. So keep that in mind as well. With Jupiter in your 12th house as it is, it's a time when you have a little extra help there, and actually mentally, emotionally, even if you are finding out that you need to take antidepressants or something like that, or something to help with anxiety, that's a part of Jupiter actually being where it is. It's a part of Neptune being in your 4th house. It's a part of Venus during the month of June being in your 8th house, is the ease with which and the opportunity to identify that you do need to maybe change to a new antidepressant or take an antidepressant. So even if the gift of Jupiter comes in the form of a slightly depressive episode, sorry, I get distracted easily. A feather landed on my mouse. Anyway, even if the gifts that arrive come in the form of initially some kind of hardship, the ability to cure the hardship arrives more easily, and the right people tend to show up, and the right timing tends to show up to fix, as it were, whatever has been wrong. And it's just going to be the wrong thing is going to be different depending on the Sagittarius out there. The intensity in your world is in your daily working life, and that is where you're meant to see yourself through the mirror of your daily working life. And you learn about who you are by how you approach your daily work. You see maybe perhaps things you don't like about yourself. The challenge here is not to get rid of those things, like I shouldn't be that way. The challenge is to learn to love yourself, despite the fact that you're not perfect. And that's the challenge you face, is to see in the mirror things you would tend to judge harshly, and to learn to embrace those things and love yourself regardless, not to get rid of those things. So that is the underlying, more spiritual path that's going on for you. But all in all, in June, it's a great time to travel, to think about university or school, and to completely change up something to do with your health, whatever that is. All right, take care.